Hello and a huge welcome. My name is Deborah Simmons. If this is the first video you've ever watched on my channel, if you like it, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and press the bell so you get notifications when I make new videos and you don't miss any. The subject of today's video is you don't need anyone else's approval but your own. As a people pleaser, that is an incredibly difficult thing to hear and to take on board. I honestly think that when we say that, we kind of know that, it's not, we don't outrightly, we would say, yeah, well, I kind of see that I don't need other people to approve of me. And we can go very much to that place of, yeah, I don't care what other people think. But actually taking that on board, actually knowing that in our hearts, actually living from a place of understanding that we genuinely don't need to operate as a human being out in the world in a very healthy, happy way. We don't actually require the approval of other people is a huge thing to integrate into our lives. So that's what I want to talk about here. Actually living that, actually integrating that in, actually seeing with our hearts the truth of the fact that the way that human beings work, the way that we operate, who we truly are, we actually have no requirement for the approval of other people. And I'm sure when I'm saying it in that way and saying it, talking to that deeper part of you, saying it in a soft, quiet way, not arguing against your ego that doesn't want to hear that. When I say it in that way, there is actually, for the way that we operate, there is actually no need for the approval of others. I think we can resonate with that, can't we? I think we can see, yeah, it's actually, we're headed in the wrong direction when we seek the approval of others. And I can speak from experience here because having been a serial people pleaser for many, many years, that got me into such trouble. It caused so many problems for me. So to actually truly see that there isn't a need for it is incredibly helpful. And it's part of this for me is understanding the feelings that we have, understanding how we operate as human beings, understanding how we work, the feelings that we get. So I know for me, I would, if somebody was, if I was having to do something, take this video for example, I'm here chatting away on this video, and inside me, that anxious voice, that thing that happens inside me is saying, people are probably going to think you're stupid. People are going to have turned off this video by now. People aren't going to be watching this video. They're not interested in what you have to say. And then what happens with that voice is it then starts to get a little bit urgent and tell me to do something different. Tell me to do something that will please other people. Do something so that these people will like me. And although it doesn't outwardly give me a reason, the feeling when that is going on, the feeling inside me is anxious and tight. And within me, I'm kind of like, I want that to stop. I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. I don't want to be in it. And it feels as if the information that this voice is giving me is true and real. And that if I listen to this voice, this feeling will stop. People will like me and the world will be okay. So what happens then when I change my behavior, I stop being me, I start to do things to listen to that voice, to supposedly get the approval of other people. I've misunderstood what that tight, anxious, what that feeling that comes with that voice, what that feeling is telling me. And the voice, the words that stop talking in this way, stop being used, say something more interesting, that voice holds no information whatsoever. The feeling, however, that anxiety, that tightness, that uncomfortable feeling is telling me that the voice has no helpful information for me. Now, when I misunderstand and think that that feeling is telling me about the voice and start to change myself and start to do all those things it's calling me to do, I get into more and more trouble. That voice gets stronger, the anxiety gets worse, I get more of it, it happens more often, and it doesn't do what it promises to do. It doesn't recede or go into the background. But what happens when I stop listening to the voice, I'll tell you, for example, right now in this video, I didn't take any notice of what that voice was doing. I continued to talk, and I actually feel very settled and very calm and perfectly okay now. And the place that I live from is much more that calmness and that okayness. But now and again, when I do things like this, that voice gives it a go. But because it is my habit to understand that feeling, the feeling that came up there was kind of saying, don't listen to that voice, go back to what you know to be true, go back to being you, to speaking the way you speak, to sharing the way you share, to being who you are. Go back to that and everything will work out okay. And what I see is when I understand where that feeling is guiding me and follow its guidance, life works out much, much more in my favour. When I believe that that feeling is telling me that the voice holds information for me and I must listen to what the voice is saying, I always end up in some sort of trouble. So I guess that the message of today's video is to look at and understand what your feelings are telling you. If you begin to feel anxious and uptight, it's telling you that whatever is going on with that voice, whatever it is you're thinking and believing to be true in that moment, holds no information for you. And yet underneath that, there is a deeper place of love and connection and a truth of who you are. And when we go to that place, that's where good things happen in our life. So I would absolutely love to hear your comments. I would love to know what you heard in that, love to know if that was useful, love to know what you would like me to expand on, what you would like to know more about. Please comment on this video, whatever it is, drop your comments here and tell me all about what you've heard. And if there is anything that you would like me to make a video on, please drop a comment too, and I will do that. So take care, and I will be back soon. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye for now.